right? Someone say hi.
Hey, you're live.
Hello.
Buenos dias.
Hello.
Viva Las Vegas. No, we're
No.
not.
Viva la Mexico.
Viva la Mexico.
Right.
There we go. Okay.
Did it focus?
Yep.
Okay.
Good.
Hooray. Oh, I wish we could see who's joining.
I can stand up here. Hi, Rachel.
Hey.
I have good eyes.
Got a phone?
No, I don't. Have good
Moderate
eyes.
questions.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, good call.
I'm good for something.
Peanut
All
gallery.
right.
Okay. So,
Wow.
hi, Lindsay. We're just gonna try to say hi to people
Squinty.
when they jump on.
We're gonna keep squinting our eyes.
All right. So, if you have been paying attention, we have been in Riviera Maya for the last 4 days, 5 days,
4.
4 days. 5. Okay, whatever.
Whatever.
And, and it's a trip that we have earned throughout the last probably year. And we wanted to go live and just talk to you guys more about what we do as coaches. Stop it, Ellie. What we do as coaches.
Social media ninjas right there, Nelly.
Social media
You don't have to be a social media ninja.
There we go. Although she is.
Right.
Yeah. We wanted to share all the information with you about what we do as coaches, because so many people think that they have to look a certain way or be a certain way to do this, and we're here to tell you that you don't. And we wanted to answer questions and just chat, have a little wine chat with you. So I think the first thing we were going to talk about is some common misconceptions that we get a lot when we're talking to people about possibly coaching. And I think the number one thing that I hear, and I don't know if it's true with you guys, but you can speak up, is that I'm not at my goal weight. I'm not fit enough. And you don't have to be. Honestly, I think it's more relatable when you're on your journey and because all we really do is we take care of our own health. Hi, Connie. That's my aunt. Hi, Stacy. All we really do is we take care of ourselves, our health, and we invite people to join us along the way. And we just share our life and we share our journey. And we think that it's way more relatable when you're sharing about your journey as you're on it and you're not actually at your goal weight. It's actually better, in my opinion, because people see your transformation as you go along, and you inspire so many people. I don't know. What are you guys
And I want to just jump off of that just really quickly on one aspect, because I think all of us as a team have this general idea that fit is a journey, not a destination. So I know you've mentioned goal weight, and that really isn't. I think the biggest transformation for me that's happened along this ride is we don't own a scale in our home. It's not a tool, it's not a number that's important to us. Health is important to us, and I think that's what you learn through this process.
Yeah, it's a mindset shift.
It is,
basically.
absolutely.
Okay, so that is one misconception. And if you're watching, maybe even if you're watching the recording, just throw out your what you think might be a barrier for you for jumping in and doing coaching. If it's crossed your mind, if you would love to do it, but you're like, well, I'm not blah blah blah. whatever goes through your head when you're thinking about this, throw it out, because we would love to chat with you more about it, because I guarantee you that we have heard all of the reasons why you might not be able to. Okay, so the next one that we hear a lot, and was probably a lot of our biggest reasons for biggest fears, I would say, is that we didn't want to sell to people. We didn't want to be salespeople. We didn't want to be that annoying person that shows up in people's newsfeed, trying to get them to buy the latest gimmick or the latest thing. And that's not what we do at all. I have never felt like a salesperson. It's like I said, we simply share our life and share our journey, and we're using these products, they're tools that we're using, and then we just, like I said, we invite people to join us along the way and use these same tools because they've changed our life.
Yeah.
And not everybody uses every tool either.
Exactly.
Right.
You share the tools that work for you
Yes. Yep.
and help people find tools that work for them.
Absolutely.
Yes, we will never force something on someone. I mean, we believe that there's a time and a place for, I mean, Shakeology. Some people just can't do Shakeology, but they could do maybe something in the performance line, or we have so many different tools now, especially with 2B Mindset coming out, which you might see more about in the future. But that's like emotional eating, which I know so many people struggle with. Hi, Janae.
Hi, Janae.
Hi, Janae.
Okay, so anything else you want to say about that? Not wanting to be a salesperson?
I think as you work through this and you use things that absolutely transform your life, it feels almost wrong to not share what's happened with you through these tools, because
It's life-changing.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Changed all of our lives.
Right.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you want to share that with other people?
Yeah.
Because we all know that there's an obesity epidemic in our country, and we have to teach our children how to live healthy, and that's all of our goals.
Absolutely.
Is to just spread that. Okay, so a third one kind of goes along with the first one, but I'm not an expert. I don't know anything about nutrition, or I'm just learning about nutrition. I'm not perfect. I'm not a personal trainer, and good.
Right.
Because none of us are. I mean, Dan has a certification that he can put behind his name, but
He's one of the very few.
Very few.
Yeah.
And that happened after I got started with the coaching thing. It was something that coaching thing just pushed me down a road and to learn more, and I'm the type of person that wants to know it all. So I went down the nutrition path, and that worked for me. And I'm happy to share and help our team. So like one of the main reasons that I got my nutritional certification is so that I can help coaches that join our community learn more about nutrition. And if they have questions, they can post it in our community groups, and I'm happy to answer those questions and that type of thing. So
And a lot of, you might see a lot of us posting things that you're like, wow, I would never know about that. Or if you've been in groups before, you may be like, well, I would never know how to help people like she does or he does or whatever. But what we've learned about fitness and about nutrition is by doing the programs that we've done. So it's not that it's come along the path of being a product of the product, basically.
Yeah.
Well, and personal growth too. You listen to so many podcasts from nutrition experts. Yep. You don't have to do that, but if you fall in love with it, like Dan did, or Ellie, you love to learn about that stuff. And Heidi, I don't usually like to listen to that.
That's why we work as a team.
And that's okay.
And the cool thing is, all of the resources and all of the content that we've accumulated over the years, that can be yours. You don't have to jump in and just have this blank slate. We've got all those resources compiled in documents and stuff, so it's
which is really cool.
Yeah.
Beachbody already has it all. That's why a lot of us, you don't have to be a nutrition expert, because they provide nutrition plans, and you don't have to be a personal trainer or know how to do the perfect squat or be able to tell people what workouts to do to strengthen their arms or their abs or whatever. We're just here, do this program.
Right.
It worked for me, or it worked for this person, so you don't have to be an expert. I don't have enough time. I think that one we hear a lot as well, and it doesn't take a lot of time to do this. It's so simple, and when you start out, you might need to spend a little bit more time because you're learning, and when you're learning something new, you're taking in a lot of information, and so we give you the information. We have a new coach training that you would go through. And we would walk you through day by day. Here are the things that you need to know, and then depending on your goals and what you want to do with the business, that determines how much time you're gonna want to put in. And like Dan was saying the other day that I'm kind of addicted to this now, which I said there's worse things you could be addicted to. I just want to help people, and I love talking to people, and I just love what we do, and I know these guys do too. And so you find yourself just sometimes losing track of the time, but we're going to talk about later kind of a day in the life of a coach, and like what it looks like to, or even the different types of coaches, and how much time you can realistically see yourself putting in, because we've all been in different stages of life with new babies, or working part-time, or working full-time, working lots of hours, and then this business just is supposed to fit into your life, not take over your life unless you want to do it full-time like we do, and so a lot of other people do too. Anything else you want to say about that?
Well, I think the vast majority of people who start coaching start doing it when they're already working at least one full-time job.
Yeah, you had two.
Yes, I had a job and a half when I started, and so it's all about prioritizing things that are important to you. Is what it comes down to. Yep.
And I have heard from new coaches that say that they actually have more time now because they learn to manage their time better, and they don't spend their time scrolling social media as much as they did, or just wasting a half hour here or a half hour here doing nothing. So you learn that stuff along the way too, which is really cool.
Life skills.
Yes. Not that we all have that figured out yet. And then maybe just one last one, because we need to move on to the next topic, but I don't know enough people. And the very cool thing about this is that I didn't really know any of these ladies, except for you, sort of, like, because I knew your sister, but we didn't know each other before we started coaching. And the cool thing is, this is a relationship business, so you are constantly building relationships and talking to people you already know, but then you're also talking to people that you don't know, because you're maybe posting on social media, and you're learning to do that, and learning to use hashtags, and just you're meeting new people every single day, and it's just the coolest thing about this business.
Yep.
So you may not know a lot of people at first, but you will.
You learn how to do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which can sound super scary too if you're a natural introvert.
Yes. Like I am. But you grow and you learn how to do it. And but yes, it can be scary. Truth. Okay.
Right.
What topic do you want to talk about next? Types of coaches or day in the life?
Sure, we can do types of coaches. So I think the important thing to realize in all of this is that there are so many different, even within just our team, there are teachers and accountants and business entrepreneurs.
Well, I was I worked at an investment company.
Yeah, investment
company. Golf Pro.
Golf Pro. What else? Medical. And you can fit this into where it needs to fit into your life. I was a full-time classroom teacher my first 4 years as a coach. And this last year I've cut back to half-time, and then can run this business a little bit more with that extra half-time. As my team grows, I need more time to be able to put into that. And so it's been a great transition for me from that realm, still using the same gifts, educating, motivating, encouraging, leading, but just in a different capacity. And so I don't think any realm of possibility. I have stay-at-home moms on my team, daycare providers. So there isn't a one fast, true, you have this occupation or that occupation. I mean, it's just a desire to just be better for yourself initially.
Yes.
The number one thing I always tell to the challengers I'm working with, or the people that join my team, is this changes your life. The key is your life. And when you get too far down the road of starting to get too impacted by what you're doing as the coach side, and you lose yourself in it, then we got to back up. And the point is, we're trying to change our own lives first, fill our own cups to overflowing, so that we become better servers of and better stewards of our gifts and our talents. And so that's it can fit into any part. When I was a full-time person, I had to do 10 minutes here, half hour there, 10 minutes here, half hour there. And now I have that ability to just have an hour or two of just dedicated time in my afternoon to my business. And so I've kind of ran the gamut of being someone who is a mom of 3 kids and had a full-time job, and my husband's over the road, and so I was able to still fit that time in with that type of a schedule.
And some people come into this only wanting to do it as a hobby, and that's fine, you know. And if you can spend 20-30 minutes a day or every couple of days working it as a hobby, that's cool. When I started, I was like a full-time job and then another part-time job, and so
and 2 kids
and 2 kids and a husband. Yeah, so and I still have all of that minus the part-time job and a little bit of my full-time job, but still have the kids still.
And the husband.
So in the beginning, it really was more of a hobby until it sort of started picking up steam, and started the time I was putting into coaching replaced one of those part-time jobs, and so now I'm like part-time coach, full-time worker.
Yeah.
And so there's this like blending of worlds that can be fluid, and it doesn't always have to progress into a full-time coach if you don't want to, or it could.
Right.
You can make it whatever you want it to be.
You really can. Yeah. And I think when you know what works best for you, you'll find a groove for it. There were times when life was very busy for me, which it's still busy, but it's a different busy, where I maybe had to go a few days and I wasn't able to do necessarily all of the activities I wanted to do. But then I may found a longer stretch on Saturday or Sunday where I could still fit this in. So even if you're looking at what happens in your life and you're like, I just don't know, the thing to keep the most important at the front of your mind is that you are going to be working on yourself first and foremost, and then just inviting other people to do that with you.
Yeah. I think for me, like when I first started, I just did it for fun. And then as I went, like I learned the potential of what could be, and so my dreams got bigger and bigger, and I wanted to bring him home from his job, and so that you have to spend a lot more time working at this business, but you don't have to have those big dreams right away. You just learn, like Heidi said, you learn your flow. And some people join and they just want to they just want like maybe a couple $100 extra a month to pay for groceries or for gas, and then some people it grows to pay for a vacation once or twice a year, or pay for a mortgage, or replace an income, so that's the beauty of this, is that it can be whatever you want it to be, whatever your dreams are and whatever your goals are.
So true.
And that's kind of where I took it too. When I did my first accountability group too and fell in love with the tools, I was like, I love all this stuff I wanted in my life, and I'm the accountant, so I'm like, hook me up with some of this discount stuff because I want to let's save some money. Yeah.
Who doesn't want to save money?
So I did that, but then for a few months I'm like, well, this is too good to keep all to myself. Like I've got so and so who'd love this, and they just needed them in their lives too, and I just felt inspired to spread it to others and share my story too. And it's kind of flip-flops. So it's not an expense for me. It's an income builder, and so I kind of treat mine like a hobby, because that's kind of the time I have, and I need it for my own personal journey. And I've never had a hobby that's made me money or gave me a trip like this. Like my husband's here with us. We haven't been on vacation in 12 years.
Yeah, so cool.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Right? Yeah.
Okay. What else? That's probably good for that topic.
Probably. Yeah.
Do you want to talk about money? So you can go through with the guys.
Yeah, guys are all drinking. No. Anyways.
Hi Shannon. What's up, Kayla?
So let's talk the business a little bit, and that's kind of what I'm here for. But so you might be curious, what does it take? You've maybe been approached by other people that do other network marketing companies. If you didn't know, Beachbody is a network marketing company, so let's just put that elephant out.
I didn't know that when I first started.
She didn't.
I'm like, this sounds so fun.
And it scared the crap out of me. I'm like, ooh, nope, don't do one of those pyramid schemes. That's dangerous and whatever. But that whole mindset totally shifted once you change your reality of you're helping people rather than them helping you build this business. You're trying to create freedom and opportunity for people that you're sharing this business with, rather than just bring people into this business to help you. Like you're trying to help other people. So let's put that one out there. But how do you get started in this business? So there's a couple different ways that you can really get going, and maybe you've been a customer of one of ours and maybe that's why you're here. So you've maybe already checked one of these boxes, but one way to get started is to purchase a challenge pack. So if you've ever purchased a Beachbody On Demand subscription plus Shakeology, or a workout program plus Shakeology, essentially $160 for the entry level one there. That covers all of your coaching fees and your entry into this business
For the first month.
for the first month. And we usually encourage people to go that route because, as kind of Heidi and a few people have said, this business is kind of about using these products. How can they change your life, and then how can you share those with other people? So a piece of this business is having experience with the products, and that's why a challenge pack is one great route to get started with this business. The other option, if for whatever reason finances are too tight or you just can't do it right now, you can pay a $40 fee. That's all it would take in order to sign up as a coach tomorrow. If you've never purchased anything before with any other coaches, you could pay $40 and that would cover your coach enrollment. And with that, that covers your first month's business service fees, which I'll talk about in a second, your coach enrollment pack, and it allows you to start making money as a coach. So that is kind of the two options on how you can get started in this business. Ongoing costs. There is no ongoing requirement to purchase product or have subscriptions or buy Shakeology or anything like that, but as we've kind of alluded to, using some of the products, and chances are if you use them and you're going down this path of coaching, they've changed your life, so you're going to continue to use them. That's kind of why we're all sitting here, is they've all changed our lives, and we love the products and we just want to share those with other people because they've worked for us. So you might want to stay on Shakeology on an ongoing basis. And the cool thing is, as you sign up as a coach, you get a 25% discount off of all of the products that you would buy. So any of the performance line supplements, Shakeology, workout programs, but we aren't really going down that world anymore. We're all going digital. So you get 25% discount off of your Shakeology or any other supplements that you want there. On top of that, there is a 16-month fee that coaches do have to pay on a monthly basis. So that is the one fee that you would have on an ongoing basis.
Did you say 16 months?
$16.
$16.
$15.95.
$15.95. Yeah. Sorry.
I thought I heard.
That's okay.
Okay.
Too much sun.
Got distraction. They have music up here. I have music out here. They're turning on the neon lights for our party later tonight down here. So anyways, $15.95 is the fee that you would pay monthly in order to keep your coach business active or ongoing. And basically what that covers is a lot of the back end stuff. So the customer service, the shipping, the online offices that you send people to in order to order product, and just all the kind of hidden stuff that, I mean, from a business standpoint, $16 a month in overhead is absolutely nothing. So if you think about that, it's peanuts, but it takes very little to cover that cost. So that is kind of the ongoing costs and the entry level costs. If you've got questions, feel free to drop them in the comments, and we're happy to answer them. So how do you make money? Everybody kind of wants to know that. And a big piece of it is, as an early on coach, you're probably going to make most of your money through commissions. And that basically looks like any Shakeology orders or supplement orders, or we'll just throw challenge packs in there too. You're going to get roughly a 25% commission off of all of those sales. So think of it like your discount, now that just turns into a commission check. Is essentially what's happening when you go from customer to coach. So 25% off of a $160 challenge pack, that's, I think you get a $50 check
Usually,
for that,
yeah.
right? So you sell a couple of those every single month. You help 2 people get fit, get introduced to these products, and every single month your Shakeology is covered. Pretty cool thing. And then as you start working this business, and as we've all kind of seen, and we start helping people, you start seeing people fall in love with the products too. And as people start falling in love with the products, they get people starting to ask them, hey, what are you doing? How'd you lose that 10, 15 pounds? You just have so much energy. What's going on? I see your social media posts, all this stuff. And they start, sharing this business opportunity and the products with other people. And that's when you can invite them to join your team. And there's a series of bonuses that Beachbody basically will pay you by helping people to share this opportunity with other people. And that's where the network marketing piece of this business comes in, is, we get to be the solution to help people get healthy in a healthy way, not just throwing supplements at people and saying, here, take these pills for 30 days and you're gonna lose 10 pounds and then they just disappear out into the world. We're here to continue on helping people change habits, incorporate fitness, healthy eating, and a piece of that might be some of the Beachbody supplements, but a big piece of it is consistent exercise, daily healthy habits, drinking water, eating veggies, doing things that are just going to improve your health, and that trickles into families and so many other areas. And like, as you start sharing that mission with people, like, I think it's not the easy change that maybe some people are looking for, but it's the lasting change. And that's where you'll start getting bonuses by teaching people how to do that, and it's a really cool way to start seeing an income. And that's where, as you get further along in this business, you'll start seeing more income come from that world versus the commission side of things, which is kind of cool, because you get to start seeing, basically that means that people that you've invited into this thing are getting super successful, and they're starting to change their lives from a financial standpoint too.
And change others, and then they're changing others, and
the ripple effect is pretty cool. So yeah, that's kind of the neat thing that that this business can do for people.
Becky's on, Whitney's on.
Hi, Whitney.
So, and yeah, you don't have to, you don't have to be in this to make money. It's just a cool little side effect for helping people change their lives. But
You can see how it would be addicting, right?
yeah, the upward mobility in this business, there's no, like, if you came in today, you could be making more money than any of us by next year, or combined. So yeah, it's a cool opportunity to work as a side business and make a little income, or a lot of income,
Yeah.
or no income.
Well, I was gonna say, when you're saying like how you can enter in tomorrow and in a month make more than like people who have been here forever, I think that speaks, like, it's kind of a confusing thought that I never really understood, but it's exactly why, well, not exactly why, but it's partly why this is not like a pyramid scheme where you can't make more than the person who introduced you to the business, because of the way that the compensation is structured by the company, about how they pay you. So although it's kind of confusing to explain and understand, it's one of those things where just like trust us that just because, Laura and Dan invite you to come be a coach, they're going to keep making more money than you are because you joined underneath them. It doesn't work that way.
Right.
No.
So
And I think I just feel like our company is kind of different than other MLMs or network marketing companies, because it is like, we focus on relationships with people. It's not just about getting products into as many people's hands as we can, and like you said, and then not supporting them, and we're not trying to create this, like, if you just invite 3 people, you're gonna like do make
this,
$5,000.
and then if you find 3 people to find 3 people, like, that has never been like the mission that Beachbody has put out there. So it's a really cool thing. Like, our CEO always talks about, we're a people helping people company. As I said, I think that's the line he uses, and that's exactly what it is. We're helping people fill a need, whether it be the fitness, whether it be the nutrition, whether it be the support, or the income. There's people that need all of those things, and we get to help people check all those boxes
Yep.
or some of those boxes wherever they need it.
Yep.
And you can see that too because they say there's 4 vital behaviors of a coach, and that goes right along with what they're just saying about the things you need to do to make a living off of this.
Yes.
Speaking of, you're going to talk about that next.
Segue!
Amazing.
It's like we've done this before.
Amy?
So they do
I
have
don't
4
know.
vital behaviors of a
I
coach.
feel like the guys
We have
might
30
need to get
minutes. I think that's enough time for you to talk.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm last.
You're really fast.
The first one is being a proof of the product, which is amazing. It helps keep you on track for your own personal journey. And if you find that you're not reaching your own personal goals, then take a step back and then refocus on yourself. Make sure you're getting your own sweat session in each day. Make sure your nutrition's getting taken care of. They encourage personal development every day, which is amazing. You can get that through a variety of different resources. We can recommend opportunities for you. They recommend reconnecting with others, which is so amazing as a full-time gal who works outside the home. I got a wife or husband, three kids. We live on a little hobby farm, and reconnecting with friends is kind of the last thing on the list. Just doesn't make it to the top of the list all the time, and this has made it an opportunity to reconnect with so many people in my life.
Which,
because
by the way, in personal development reading, I have learned that the greatest indicator of happiness is relationships.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Well, that's why we're all so happy.
That
Wine
is
too.
Even when we don't, we're still
We are on vacation.
and now I'm drawing a blank on the last one.
Yeah,
Oh,
recognition.
Relationship
Yeah.
building, which
Recognition.
Recognition.
recognition, which is amazing too, because people love to hear it. They love to hear when you give a shout out to a challenger who's doing an amazing job or a friend. Like, we just don't praise each other often enough, and
Yep.
It's so awesome to celebrate people's success instead of whining and complaining and all the crap that you see on Facebook nowadays. Like so many people are like mass exiting off of social media because of all the negativity.
Yeah.
But if you have more than one coach friend,
Yeah.
you can see how much more positivity comes into your feed when you
Yeah.
see, us talk about how well someone's doing or whether it's with their fitness or their
I think having that, that attitude of gratitude. I think
Cocktails.
when you're recognizing other people, you're just more gracious. You have that attitude, gratitude, thankfulness. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
Guys, you're gonna join us?
The husbands
the
came
husbands
down.
are
They
singing
need
and they're-
something. I don't know
They're
what
doing.
they're
They're going.
They're trying to be
Barrel.
sneaky.
we
Oh
can't
my.
see them really. We kind
Yes,
of can.
there they go. Hello, boys.
Where are you guys going?
We'll be back. Who's running? Who's running?
Oh.
Okay.
We don't have enough for them. I guess.
Right?
Oh man.
I think
No cards.
the most important thing in all of this is that you all have, first of all, your own life that needs to be changed, and you have so many people in your life that need this. Everybody needs this in their life because we have challenges, and of anything, this is going to prepare you for hard, right? I mean, this is going to prepare you for whatever it is that you're facing. I mean, we have people on our team who are facing diagnoses of diseases and things they have to deal with, and financial hardship and
Work hardships.
Work hardships.
People talk about all the time about how what they've learned as a coach has made them a better person in their day job.
Right. Yeah.
And I'll attest to that for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Or
True.
even like in motherhood,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I mean it's like the personal development
Right.
piece
Yeah.
of it alone,
Yeah.
plus exercise endorphins
Absolutely.
when you're doing that
Yeah.
daily.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Trish hopped on. She said we all look beautiful.
Oh,
Aw,
thanks.
Felt glowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're little-
It's sunburn,
We've been all yes.
Yeah.
or at least for me.
I was gonna say something. Oh, about the community aspect.
Yeah.
Like we haven't
Right.
really touched on that, but
No.
like that alone.
Yeah, fun. Can I tell my story?
Yeah.
Because I love saying that story.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I don't even know what story you're talking about.
well about team.
yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah.
so two things. If you've ever been in a challenge group before, like if you're coming to us because you're interested in coaching because you've been in a group, you already know the whole power of community and how much a difference being in a, like even if it's just an online group, how powerful that can be when you're checking in with people every day working on goals. So in a challenge group, you're doing that like as you're working on your fitness and you're working on your nutrition and changing your body and changing your mind. But when you get to do that as a team of coaches,
Right.
it's not only this like extra layer of accountability in your health and fitness, but it's like, hi, how was your day? How are things going with your
Right.
spouse? How are things
Yeah.
going with your kids? And it's like this whole, it's like a team of life.
I like it.
And that was something that I was, through high school and through college, I was a athlete, and team was like huge in my life up until I was 22, and I went 10-ish years without it, and I didn't even realize I was missing it until I had it again.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's been a big, like, just huge addition to my life
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, and it's not even just our team, even though we're all pretty amazing
Right.
and supportive and positive, and literally, like, my news feed is filled with, I don't even see the negativity
Right.
anymore because it's just filled with all of this awesome stuff.
Yep.
I totally had a brain fart. What was I talking about?
Team.
Oh,
As a
not just
company?
our team, but as a company.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just being here with so many other people that are on the same mission as you, and just getting to see that it's bigger than all of us, and we're just a small piece in it, and just growing together. And
We're a big piece in it.
Yeah.
Like, I firmly believe,
Sorry,
I'm gonna go down a different little tangent here, but
agree.
she's wrong. Like, I firmly believe that,
Kayla
like,
Plus said it was true.
the way
Hi,
that
Kayla.
our business is set up is the way that we're going to be able to affect millions, if not at some point maybe need to affect billions of lives, because people don't listen to the experts and the people on,
Dr. Oz.
yeah, Dr. Oz is
Or they do.
whatever, but and their magazines and all of those other things, they're going to listen to their friends.
Right.
And what worked for your friends is going to be something that you can share. And I think this business opportunity, like, if you really want to make an impact in this world and help people get healthy and fit and change the trajectory that your family's health is on, like, this business can do that. And it's an amazing opportunity to, like, just touch the masses. And I firmly believe that a business like Beachbody is going to be the thing when you look back and what was the course correction that happened when, the U.S. is getting, and the other countries that we're involved in are getting fatter and more obese and more chronic disease ridden, and
more depression.
things like this. What we're doing is going to be the thing that changes the world. Like, I feel weird saying that, but it's true. Like, and hopefully you guys,
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah. Not to
And the
get, like,
things that
super
you
deep.
do as a coach make you a better all-around everything.
Yes.
Every hat that you have to wear, and so many of us wear so many different hats, and I am not effective wearing any of those hats when I don't participate in the behaviors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
because it's exercise, it's fueling yourself well, it's learning every day, and it's just living that life of gratitude. And the days that I don't do that, I just don't feel right. I don't feel well. Something's off, something's missing. And so that's what this is. It's spreading that simple, and that's so easy. It's just so easy. You're going to get a routine that just absolutely energizes and changes your life.
All right, how do you want to wrap this up, Laura?
I don't know.
Ellie?
I don't
Here's
see
the
any
thing,
questions.
I don't see any
Put-
questions either. It's a lot of our
You know,
team.
we're put on this earth, honestly,
Just
people,
let her roll.
to serve. You're
Are you done
here,
there?
you have gifts, you have passions, and ultimately we are called to do what we can to serve other people in whatever capacity that is. As a mother, as a wife, as a husband, as a nurse, as a accountant, whatever that is, as a teacher. And if you're not doing the things that this business asks you to do, you just don't do it to the best of your ability. You don't. There's just no question about it. And so, and I can speak to that because there's been times in my life where this has kind of dipped out, and I have some health issues, and I get in a funk, and this draws me right back up to just that higher level. And we want that for you. We want all of you to experience that, and then we want you to be so filled that then you spread that to all the people who are so important to you? And we went to that list of, I don't know people. Well, sure you do. Don't you want the best health for your husband and your own children, and then your parents and your siblings and then your cousins? Why wouldn't you start there? They all love you, and they're going to watch you on this journey, and you're going to invite them, and then they're going to invite, and it's just going to spread. And that's the beauty of this. It's so simple.
Yeah.
So simple.
Yep.
It's simple, it's not easy. You can complicate it or you can make it as simple
Absolutely.
as you want. Right?
Yep, right there. And we give you all the tools that you need.
Very true.
There's almost too many tools. I mean, we have, like I said earlier, we have the new coach launch that we have at the beginning of every month. And
So it's a perfect time to join since May 1st is coming.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
so if you want
Yeah.
to jump
It's
into
coming.
this and start making a difference, like we will give you all of the tools that you need, and then it's up to you what you want to do with it.
Yeah.
And I think the coolest thing that happened to me when I became a coach was that it taught me to dream again. And
Yes. Yeah.
like you see so many different lifestyles and so many different things that people are accomplishing in this business and what's possible. And it just, like, I just went through life before, like, just taking what life would throw at me, and oh, here's a little raise, here's a new job promotion for you.
Yeah.
Even though, like, I wasn't striving for that, but it made me think, well, what do I want my life to look like?
Right.
What do I want my impact to be in this world? And then I just aligned my behaviors with what I
Absolutely.
wanted that to look like. And so it's amazing in so many different aspects. But we will let you guys go.
Thank you for joining.
The sun is going down, so you can't really
Yeah.
see us as well
Yeah.
anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not bright.
And we gotta go get some food,
Me too.
and
Yeah.
well, maybe I'll take it out and show them the party.
Sure.
Yeah.
But thank you for jumping on. And if you guys have any questions, I can't bend over too much. If you guys have questions or comments, just reach out to the person who invited you, or
Absolutely.
reach out here, and
Yeah.
we'll answer them. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Adios!